Hey everyone that's new to my channel. I'm Lady with the Hammer. I'm changing my channel name shortly. I'm going to have my husband help me do that. I just don't want to lose my subscribers, but it is what it is. Today I'm in my shop and it's gotten a little out of hand, so we're going to do a little work on putting the finished pieces together, covering them, doing some sweeping. I think my shop is about 22 by 24 or so. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. I have a lot of inventory. So yeah, let's get to it. So I hope everybody had a great New Year's. We've had some struggles, to say the least. But we're going to get through it. It is what it is. You know, I was just watching a show this morning on YouTube about a woman that she basically was on disability, and her husband passed. So, you know, she's of retirement age, but she was already collecting disability, and her husband passed away. So she was able to survive for, you know, 2 or 3 months, but she basically lost her house, and she's homeless now. She's been homeless for a few months, so it doesn't take very long to be homeless. You know, and everybody's like, well, what about her family and stuff like that? I said, well, you know, she goes, oh, well, my sons, you know, are struggling. They're just getting married, and, you know, they have houses of their own and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about you. Maybe it's not everybody, but there's no way in hell would my sons let me be homeless on the street. If I'm getting Social Security or disability, I'd be like, listen, you take the whole check. Here's my rent. I'll clean the house. I'll do whatever you want. There's no way my sons would not leave me homeless. I mean, it's a horrible thing. And vice versa. If they were having a problem, they would be staying at my house, and we would all figure out how to split the bills, or do whatever we had to do. No, I wouldn't say, oh, I'm not telling my sons what I'm doing. I'm going to be homeless and sleep outside, but I'm not going to tell them because I don't want to worry them. I don't worry them. You don't let your mother sleep on the street. Anyways, so that's how that went this morning. So it's kind of like a rude awakening. You know, my husband lost his job in October. We're having a hard time trying to find work. I'm running my own business, which is doing furniture refinishing, upcycling, recycling, you name it, I'll do it. But it's very slow, and I'm not really earning a lot of money. I'm definitely not earning enough money to be able to pay the mortgage. So there's that kind of problem. And I'm trying to get my YouTube off the ground, but it seems like 99% of you are not subscribed. So hit that button down there. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. I know you might be in a different country, but it doesn't really matter. It helps out the creators that are on here. It helps them out tremendously. I don't really care about a paycheck from YouTube, but I would like to get subscribers so I can kind of start to get my feet off the ground here, and then maybe at some point I could make a little bit of money extra doing this, and on top of that, my regular business. I mean, it's not very easy. So anyways, stop with the babbling and let's get the fix on the shop here. It's very difficult to have a shop that doesn't have space for your finished pieces because they get dirty and they get ruined very, very easily. So now you have finished pieces that you have no place to put anywhere. And on top of that, you don't want to have to do touch-ups. I mean, that's just not very good for your business. You want to have a piece done and let it be the way it is. So let's see what else we got here that I can put in there. Actually, I'll grab a cover. I have a lot of old sheets and whatnot. Just try to cover things up with. I'm not sure about that cabinet. I think it's missing its glass in the front, which is fine. Somebody won't mind it, but I was going to paint it. I'm like, who's going to want to have a cabinet like that? So I'm thinking I'm just going to try to put the door back on and post it. That's this cabinet here. That one. Here's the door. It's not a bad cabinet. It's definitely not a rifle cabinet because it would have the hooks in there. It looks like an old curio, and the glass is there too. So let's get this back together. Okie dokie. Just get a rag. I'm going to wipe this out. I'm going to move you guys back too. Actually, I have a brush to get the corners. I always keep a designated brush. Obviously, nobody's in here helping me, but I just put a dry cleaning brush on it so it doesn't get used for anything else. Because you don't want to wet dust and dirt. You want to get it off first, cobwebs and all that stuff, because if not, it's just going to stick to it and make it a real pain in the roast. So, anyways, that's good. And let's see, we got all our hangers. So I'm actually going to open this glass up, put these shelves in there. I hate to have them loose, but I can't really. Oh, I suppose I can take pictures without the glass being in there, but then people ask 50,000 million questions, blah, 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 blah. Where's the glass? Where's the glass? Very odd hangers. Sure. There we go. Okay. Oh, this one's got a plate rack in it. This one might have been replaced. It's awful thin looking. Yeah, it was definitely replaced. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Maybe this one can go on the top. Oh yeah, this is a better quality glass than the little cheapy one that somebody bought to replace the broken shelf. Oh no, this is a nice one too. It has no groove on it. Well, maybe that one goes in the bottom. This one might go on the bottom here. Maybe that's what that's for, because that's a little bit tight. I don't know, why would you have something in the bottom, but good possibility that that's what that's for, because there's another piece here. Okay. It's got to be what it is. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Get a lot of spider webs in my shop. Phew. I know I should be wearing a mask. What does it say in here? It says Jasper cabinet. Oh, and there's a shelf up there too. It's actually very well made. It's just kind of sad that the front door glass is not there. I mean, I could put it back up there, but it's going to look like a cabinet with no glass. I don't know. Does it look better with it? That's the question. So I think he must have had it in like this and just screwed on. So to me, it looks nicer with it off. I know there's a couple of holes there, but, well, I can try to take pictures of it like that, and then I can put the door back on and take pictures with the door on. Wish this had a wonder if this oh, there's no way for that to go on there. The little magnet strip. I'm just going to put one screwdriver so it doesn't, one screw, excuse me, so it doesn't fall and smash me in the head. There you go. Yeah, this was on here. This little magnet strip has a couple of screws. But it needs a piece of wood or something to hold it out with. Suppose I could cut one out of a piece of paint stick. I'll just use this as a measurement tool. Let's see, I want a thick one. I had some, the 5-gallon. That's not going to cut it. I had some of the 5-gallon ones, but I don't know where the heck they went. I don't think that's going to be thick enough. Anyways. And if you use paint sticks, paint stirrers, as a shim, make sure you pre-drill them, because they're just going to split right in half. I like to score it on both sides because it's a paint stirrer. It's a little cheap, thin piece of wood. Oh, it's pretty nice. Comes out good. Let me see if this is the thickness I need. I just made a little score line. Okay, I need 2 of those. Alright, that'll work. Just going to grab a little piece of sandpaper. I just like to do all the sides so it's not rough. And let's see what we got here. There we go. That'll fit perfect. I'm just going to glue these together. Just going to use a little Titebond too. I'm not sponsored. That's just the glue that I like the most. And the vise is here, so guess what? This is where we're sticking it. I'm going to glue and pin nail this to the cabinet, and then I will pre-drill my holes. This size will be perfect. And you got to remember, pin nailers don't have a safety. So whatever you do, put on some safety glasses. This is very difficult to see, but this is the edge right here. I've sanded it down a little bit to accept the glue, and I'm going to pin nail that little piece on there so the magnet will stick out far enough and make contact with this little magnet plate. Okay, here's the little piece, and this will go on just like that. I'm going to color this piece with some stain. Alright, here's the little piece, all glued up and pin nailed on, and then I also pre-drilled these holes and installed this little magnet. I'm going to remove this lock and see if I can get it to stay in, because nobody's going to want to buy it with the little lock sticking out. So let's see what we can do. Maybe I don't have to remove it all the way. What the heck? How do you get that thing in there? Little tip, if you're going to use pliers, put some tape. Put some tape so you don't mar up your surface. Okay, I'm not going to be reusing this, so I don't care if it gets a mark on the metal part. So let's see if we can pull this out. Oh! Oh, well, that's even better. That's even better. Look at that. And that little metal thing is still intact. So it didn't, yeah, it's still there. Yay! There we go. Now, we can put this on here, and it will just be magnetized. That's great. Cool beans, man. If you're not very good at using a power drill, oops, sorry about that. Just do it by hand, because you're going to strip out the wood. So if you're just learning and you don't have any control, don't use a screw gun. Don't learn by mistakes. Just use a screwdriver until you can control your screw gun. All right, let's see what we got here. Put the shelf back. See if we get it to open, because before it was stuck shut. Trying to give you guys some lights without this being in the way. Woo! Look at that. Fantastic. Little victories. Yeah. And I suppose we could try to plug the light in. Well, the bulb is definitely burnt out. So that's going to be somebody else's thing to deal with. Not mine. Well, I guess this was supposed to be a shop cleanup, but we ended up doing a little bit of upkeep and repairs. So that's all right. This is a scratch coat, brown furniture polish. Besides giving it some much needed oiling, It removes dirt, covers up all the scratches. It really does a fantastic job. If you have furniture that's looking a little dingy or it's got scratches all over it. I know one woman, her cat attacked it, and it's surprising. It disguised the cat scratches really well. You can see this stuff is, I just get it at the supermarket. You can get it at the hardware store too. There's a light colored one, and there's a dark scratch coat. And the dark one just works fantastic. Now, if you have a lot of little corners that you can't get into, get a toothbrush. Get an old painter's brush. Get it in there real good, and move it around with the paintbrush. But you can see it only takes a couple seconds to really spruce this up. And that looks so much nicer. Now I can take a couple pictures and get it posted. See if I can get it out of the shop. Well, thank you guys for watching. On the next video, I'll do some more cleanup. I guess we did a little repair on this cabinet here. Now let's see if we can get it posted and get it sold so I can have some more space in my shop. Have a blessed day. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the fancy little thumbs up. I love you guys. See you on the next video.